Hello, it's time to talk about procrastination. A lot of people brought it up and we all face it. A long time ago, I had a blog on creativity, and this is a prototype I was working on, so I thought I'd put that up. Uh, a while back, I read a really good book called The Power of Habit by Charles Duhigg, and I'm going to simplify it like crazy. But he talks about habit, and your procrastination is a habit. My procrastination is a habit. That there's a cue, a routine, and a reward. So for me, for example, might be I get up in the morning, right? I get up. What am I supposed to do? Routine, I take a shower. What's the reward? It wakes me up and I feel clean, right? So it could be something that actually works, right? Like I get up in the morning, oh, my routine is exercise, and then I feel, the reward, the energy rush, whatever else it could be. But it could also be, right, cue. I get home, routine. I sit in the chair and watch 2 hours of TV. The reward is, right, well, I relax. I get to maybe laugh if I'm watching something funny. I'm entertained. But that might not be the best habit for me as a student, right? And I'll tell you one I have as a teacher that's not great. Cue. Stressed out. I have too many papers to grade. That's how I feel. Right? I assigned them. How can it be too many? But I have a lot of papers. Well, stress equals go onto Netflix and watch Battlestar Galactica. Again, I've seen that series multiple times. The reward is I don't think about grading for an hour or two, right? And it's a good show. I like it. But I still have all those papers to grade. So it's not a very effective one. And what they talk about, what Charles talks about, right, is what you need to do is change the routine. Now, you can see that there's three parts to this, right? And you got to look at which one I can change, but you have to keep the reward, right? So if the cue is I come home, I sit in the chair, part of the thing is I might just need to get rid of the chair, right? Or don't do that. So maybe it's an app you get rid of off your phone, right? Maybe it's when you know you have to do some work, right? You turn off your ringer so you don't immediately respond to the cue of ringer, checking things out, right? The routine, right? You want to switch that from whatever you've been doing that doesn't get your homework done to the homework, but you still have to have that reward, right? So maybe in a perfect world, it's the satisfaction that comes from being caught up. And for many of us, hey, that does feel pretty good. But if that's not good enough, then you do have to give yourself something. Say a car. No, not a car. Maybe it's a cup of coffee if it's not in the middle of the night, right? Maybe it is a half hour of that show that you like. But you do want to build in, right, a cue, routine, reward. So maybe it's when you think about what you do when you sit down in front of the computer, right? How many of those things get in the way of you getting homework done, right? And see what you can come up with to change it. So super brief, just a quick overview. I have more information on there, a link later on in our page. You didn't create your habit overnight, right? It built up. You're not going to get rid of it overnight also. But if you start now, right, over time, you can change those habits and procrastinate less. All right, hope this helps.